wonderful phenomenon that it is, showing us that there is multiple realities in this multiverse that we diverse in at this time, at this moment, but as well as it shows us that nothing has been the same all around the different universes there is, and it shows that our memories are not false, they are correct, because what we remember in this reality or our realities is the right reality, not the other multiple realities. But we live in that, right? But y'all are in the lab. It's Lee. Y'all saw that title too as well. We're doing 8 new Mandela effects to blow your mind, make you question this reality we recite. And that is right, 8 new more Mandela effects to get it going, get it juicing on this Monday. With that said, some of these Mandela effects might not be new to you. They will be new to somebody else, so please respect that. And at any time that you do enjoy this video, please remember to hit that thumbs up button. Any part counts, you do know that. Subscribe and leave me your comments down below so we can talk about these Mandela effects and others you would love to discuss on this channel. So let's get this going. We're going to start off with peanut butter. Peanut butter, yes. The good old smooth cream peanut butter. You can't have a PB&J without the PB. And we're talking about the inventor of peanut butter. Now, you just answered the question to yourself. You just answered who it was. But who was the inventor of the peanut butter? Well, you know, in my day when we was in school learning about Black History Month, we learned about this guy named George Washington Carver who invented the peanut butter. Yep, I know. That's exactly what I learned too. But in this reality, it never was George Washington Carver who invented peanut butter. It was actually Thomas Edison. Yes, that is right, Edison, not the other Edison, but Edison invented the peanut butter. That's correct. It blows my mind. George Washington Carver had a lot to do with peanut butter, but he never invented. Thomas Edison, as you see right there, is the freaking maker and inventor of peanut butter. It blows my mind because I never remember that. I always remember it was George Washington Carver, never Edison, but how do you remember this one? Please let me know down below. This one's a good one as well. We're talking about Anne Frank. That is right, that wonderful girl that had to hide away with her family up in the attic or the basement, and it kind of varies, but I remember the attic, and they had to hide out during World War II. Well, and she wrote this famous diary that we all had to read in school. Kids are reading it now, and even adults to this day are still reading. They've done movies and stuff like that, and I'm talking about the Diary of Anne Frank. That's correct, the Diary of Anne Frank. That's the name of the book, right? That is the name of the book, the title of the book, right? That you read in school, right? The Diary of Anne Frank. Well, once again, it's not. It's not. You're wrong. It was never called the Diary of Anne Frank. Some movies were called Diary of Anne Frank, but the book was never called Diary of Anne Frank. It was always called A Diary of a Young Girl. That is correct. A Diary of a Young Girl. Why? In my reality, many of us remember this book being called The Diary of Anne Frank. Anne Frank, The Diary of a Young Girl. It destroys me. It blows my mind because that's how I remember this book. If you ask anybody today, they'd be like, oh yeah, The Diary of Anne Frank, the book. But it never was. It was The Diary of a Young Girl. Blows my mind. Makes me really question a lot of stuff that I learned in school. I hope it does too. But how do you remember this one? Do you always remember that book being called A Diary of Anne Frank? Or do you remember it being called the way it is now in this reality, Diary of a Young Girl?
I don't want to talk. Sorry if you gotta dig for info I don't want to give, so you stop making.
What's in the trunk? White girls. Oh, we're talking about Tyler, Creator. That's right, Tyler the Creator. And what a wonderful catch he had, man, in rapping. He's still doing it now too as well. And you know, I wasn't such a big fan of Tyler Creator, but I knew of him. I did hear his music. I thought it was wonderful. But this one has to do with his name. As I throw your name up there for you right there, you see it, Tyler the Creator. Or I should say Tyler, comma, the Creator. Now the Mandela effect has to do with that comma, the Creator. I never remember the comma being there. A lot of people also do think that too. It's like, I never remember his name being separated with that comma. It was always Tyler the Creator, not Tyler, comma, the Creator. And it blows me away because I figured to myself the comma would sit out. It would sit out like a sore thumb. It would be out there waving at you. That's just how it would do. But I never remember that. But there's people that do remember the comma, which is crazy to me. But I'm kind of asking you, do you always remember the comma in Tyler, comma, the Creator? Or do you remember, like I do, just being the straight word, Tyler, the Creator? Let me know.
No, man, I ain't giving you're gonna give it a shot. No, you're gonna give it a shot. I ain't giving it a shot.
Yes, we are going to go back to the body. We're going to go back to the human anatomy, and we're going back inside the chest to where your heart is located. Now, a lot of us in our world, especially our generations, remember the heart being on the left side of your chest. The left side of your chest. You can watch the Grinch movie with Jim Carrey. You'll see the heart on the left side of his chest. But you do know that the heart is now in the center of the chest, as you see right there, the center. Well, last night, as I was sitting here getting this video going, putting down my notes and stuff like I needed to do, I came across Pulp Fiction. And the scene where he has to pump the adrenaline shot into her heart. Well, here you go and take a look at where her heart is.
2. 3.
Left side of the chest. The dot was on the left side of the chest. Even when she got up, the photo was on the left side of her chest. That's right, left side all day, not the center. Right in there, left side. That is correct. That's how I remember the heart. The heart was always on the left side of your chest. That's why you put your hand over the left side of your body to be over your heart. If you were not doing your heart on the left side, it'd be right here, technically, wouldn't it? How do you remember the heart? Center or to the left?
Do you remember?
A few moments later.
You better do what you can. Don't wanna see no blood, don't be a macho man.
You ain't nothing. You ain't nothing. You ain't bad. Yes, we're going back to Michael Jackson, man. They keep getting my boy. Every turn I take, everywhere I look, they get my man MJ, Michael Jackson again. And we're going to take a look at the Thriller cover once again. Now, before I do throw it up, picture Michael on the Thriller cover. What is he wearing? That white suit and that black silk shirt, right? Picture it. You see it, right? You're saying, God, that's him, yeah. And he had the tiger in the line. Yeah, we already know that. Well, take a look at Michael now in this picture. Yep, he's still in the white. That is correct. But look at his shirt. Can somebody tell me where my reality really is? Because why is Michael Jackson wearing a hoodie or a sweatshirt underneath that jacket? It's a hoodie. It's a sweatshirt. It's a hoodie sweatshirt. Her sweatshirt. Whatever you want to call it. It is a sweatshirt now on that fucking cover. It blows me away. I'm losing my mind because it was a silky black shirt. And some will also discuss that. Yeah, remember he had the chain too, but he don't have the chain. Blows me away. Makes me go crazy. But there's something else about Michael too. As I was watching the Beat It video and he's going into the pool hall, take a look at the pool tables. The pool tables have no holes. What? No holes? This is enough, Mandela Effects. You got to take me home. Take me home, please. Michael Jackson once again getting destroyed by the Mandela Effect. It just boggles my mind. But how do you remember? Do you remember that sweatshirt that you see in this picture? Or do you remember the silk shirt? And how do you feel about the pool tables? Let me know.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Cuddy say can't hang.
Oh, stewardess. I speak jive.
Oh, good.
On a jet plane, I don't know when I'll be back again. Leaving on a jet plane, I don't know when I'll be back again. Yes, we were talking about airplanes. I don't know why that song came to my head and I had to put it in there. But we're talking about airplanes. Airplanes, and their engines. Now, picture an airplane, you know, the big bus airplanes, your Boeing 57, whatever you want to call them. Picture where those engines are at. Now, you're looking at the plane, you see the wings, you see the engines right underneath the wings, right? Right? Well, you're wrong, because apparently the engines have never been underneath the wings. They have been in the front of the wings, kind of forward towards the front of the wings. That's correct. You see it right here. And don't knock me for telling you. Don't beat the messenger up. That's right. Engines on a plane is on the fronts of the wings. It just looks so weird. It looks so odd. It just sticks so out. It makes no sense why they would have the engines on the front of the wings like that. I've flew on many airplanes in my life. I've seen many airplanes living on Air Force Base and by bases, and engines were never in the front of the wing. They were always underneath or towards the back. Never in the front. Never in the front. But I don't know how to think. This one's got me boggled, as you see, blown up. But how do you remember these planes? Has the engines always been on the front of the wings, as you see? Or are you like me, and many of us are like, no, they've always been under or further back of the wing? So take one good look at the bad guy. Because it's the last time you see a bad guy like me, you know? And I'm talking about Tony Montana, man. I'm talking about Scarface, man. That's what we're talking about. Yes, we're talking about Scarface, Tony Montana, and we're actually talking about that dinner scene right there. Not that famous line or famous phrase that he said during there, but the one right before when Evita leaves. And he says that iconic phrase, well, listen.
Let her go, man. Another Quaalude, you're gonna love me again.
Another Quaalude, she'll love me again. She'll love me again. That's not how I remember that phrase. That's not how I remember that line. It was, another Quaalude, she'll love me in the morning. She'll love me in the morning. That's exactly how I remember that. That's exactly how millions of people remember that. And probably continue to say it the way I just said it right there. You'll love me in the morning. Over and over and over so many times. But it blows me away. But I am not the only one that remembers it that way. Smokey does too.
That's okay. She'll be back. Another Quaalude, she'll love me in the morning. That's all right.
Amira! That's okay. Another Quaalude, she'll love me in the morning. Ain't that right, friend? That is correct. Smokey, my man right there. Can't wait for Friday 4. The last Friday is going to be awesome. But that's how I remember it. That is exactly how I remember it's Tony Montana saying that phrase. Never did he ever say, she'll love me again. It was always, she'll love me in the morning. But how was it for you?
You know Duracell lasts longer.
Yeah, that's right. This last one's going to be a little toss-up of a Mandela effect. It is a Mandela effect, but it's not a Mandela effect. Reality is cost-craving, and I'm talking about the Duracell bunny. Yes, the Duracell battery bunny. Now, we all know and seen this bunny. And if you haven't seen this bunny, it's because, well, this reality is so messed up in this multiverse. It's just the way it is. But I have an explanation for that. Now, this bunny has been around for a while, for ages actually. It was before the Energizer Bunny, and it was in the United States of America until like late 70s, and then it lost the contract, it lost its bid, or lost its, its copyright thing, and so Energizer picked it up. Now the Mandela effect is in this. The first is that Duracell battery was never around, which it was, and somewhat it wasn't too in my mind too as well, but they're shocked to learn that the Duracell bunny is still around. And it is. It always has been. The reason why we don't see it in the United States of America is because they don't have the rights to the Duracell battery in America. That's correct. Looked it up. Only in around the world, they're almost all the way around the world except for Canada And for the United States of America, the Duracell battery cannot be found. I'm dead serious. It is what it is, and it blows me away. And a reason why I put the bunnies in this, because with the Energizer bunny being around and now the battery on his leg and not on the back, I don't want people to say, oh, we're misremembering the Duracell battery, because that bunny has the battery in his back, for the battery in the back for Energizer bunny. That's not the case at all, just because I said Duracell battery bunny was not around in the United States after the 80s. So let's put that one a bit. How about that? Oh, nothing like 8 new Mandela Effects just to rattle that brain just a little bit, to get your Monday going and get it thinking of how it is. You have to love this phenomenon. It is an amazing phenomenon. It's going to continue and continue and continue to move on unless it changes a different name, but I don't see that happening anytime soon. I don't see it stopping. But what did you think? Let me know down in the comments below which Mandela Effect got you thinking, which Mandela Effects you would like me to talk about next. And remember also to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Till then, you already know, keep that mind open, because those eyes will see everything in front of you. Y'all stay crazy.
Something we never thought we could have.
And what is that?
Another chance.
I think I heard a shot. I think I heard a shot. I think I heard a shot!